Kyle Neddenriep here for the Indy Star, and one thing you'll notice about the 4A North, there's no Fishers, there's no Carmel, there's no local teams in that half of the bracket now, with both those teams losing. Probably the most surprising game of the day, Fort Wayne Snyder taking out Carmel at Newcastle in the regional. That was kind of the score was kind of buzzing around as we finished up there at Southport in the first game after Mount Vernon beat Pike, and a lot of surprise that Carmel lost that game to Snyder. So you end up with two games. You have Northridge and Homestead. That'll be the first game at Elkhart on Saturday at 10 a.m. And then in the second game will be Crown Point and Fort Wayne Snyder at noon. So this Snyder team, I think, a team that's going to get out and try to defend you and be physical with you. I think Crown Point is kind of built for that type of game. I think they're built for about any type of game, really, with the roster that they have, the experience that they have. They've been to the semi-state a couple times the last 2 years and lost to Fishers. So Fishers out of the way now. Now they're going to have to get through a Snyder team I think will be riding high and very confident coming in. But that will be, I think, an interesting matchup there. And then the other game, the early game there, Northridge and Homestead. And Northridge took care of one of the more impressive performances on Saturday, 73-67 over South Bend St. Joe. Both those teams ranked in the top 10. If you have not seen Northridge, Brady Scholl has been the key to this team all year long. He had 33 points and 17 rebounds in that win. And that's a very talented South Bend St. Joe team Northridge was able to defeat. They are a regional champion for the first time this year. Scholl is averaging 24.6 points and 11.8 rebounds this year, 55% from the field. And Hayden Johnson is the only other player averaging in double figures, 13.9 points, 36% from the three-point line. So obviously Scott Radiker's team relies pretty heavily on those two players. Homestead has a little bit easier route to get here. They beat Harrison by 18 in the regional. Mac Welker, their junior, this will be a good matchup between Welker and Scholl. Welker, 21.4 points a game and 10.1 rebounds. So they're different types of players, but will be fun to see what those two do in this game. Jake Kuhlman also has been a key for them, and Ryder Imel, their sophomore guard, can really shoot it from the three-point line. So good matchup. I think Homestead probably a year ahead of schedule. They're going to have most of their team back next year. This is kind of Northridge's big chance to get through. And then the winner, if it's Northridge, Crown Point, or whatever it turns out to be, I think that's going to be a really fun to see who gets through in the North, because this Crown Point's year. I think this is the opportunity for them, and we'll see if they can get through on Saturday at Elkhart.